Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Trump's common sense economics and other countries cheating the U.S. So, we're going to go over what appears to be a common sentiment and then just run through the basic idea being presented to see if it holds up to scrutiny. Because two concepts are starting to gain ground that might need to be examined. Here we go. Belle, you keep saying that Trump's economic policies are different and new, and therefore bad. But common sense will tell you that when other countries are taking advantage of us, and have been for decades, that something needs to change. These countries have been cheating us for years, and really have been since the end of World War II. Something needs to change, because we're buying more and more of their stuff. And while Americans get worse and worse off. Have you ever stopped to think that maybe Trump's just doing what needs to be done? I'm tired of being screwed by other countries. Our economy needs a boost. Just wondering if it's something you think about. I don't even like Trump, but this is something I can get behind. Okay, so let me start by saying I have literally never said Trump's economic policies are different and new, and therefore bad. They're bad, but they aren't new. They've all been tried before. They didn't work. They come from a time when the U.S. wasn't a superpower. I actually want different economic policies, but I think the problem is people are looking in the wrong spots for change. But that's another video for another time. Let's go through your points. It's common sense that something needs to change because other countries are cheating us and taking advantage of us. First, you have to demonstrate how other countries are taking advantage of us. The entire period you've cited as the time where they were cheating us, the U.S. has had the strongest economy in the world. Literally the biggest GDP. All of these countries are working against us for decades, but we're still on top? That seems like maybe that isn't true. The U.S. has about 4% of the world's population and about 33% of the world's wealth. In what world are other countries taking advantage of us? Let me guess where you got this idea, because I've seen it before. Since World War II, the U.S.'s share of the world's GDP has declined, with some estimates saying it was almost half in the immediate aftermath of World War II, and only about a quarter today. GDP is the value of all final goods and services in a country. If your country was devastated by something, say a massive world war that targeted industrial output, it's not producing much. Therefore, the country that wasn't devastated because it was separated from the war by two oceans would make up a larger percentage of the world's GDP. As the devastated economies recovered, the percentage would shrink. That's common sense. But you feel like the U.S. economy isn't doing well. No, the U.S. economy is still the most powerful in the world. The American worker isn't doing well. If the American economy has been doing well, but the American worker hasn't been doing well, it's not a problem with other countries. It's that the wealthy in this country are keeping more and more of the money that comes from the workers' productivity. The problem isn't international trade. It's domestic economic policies that favor the billionaires, who I think are fundamentally disconnected from the interests and problems of most Americans. They have you looking overseas instead of looking at them. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.